more sense now, because it's kind of a rundown of the chapters in the book of Hebrews. How many chapters in the book of Hebrews? 13. So this is a rundown of what happens in each one. So we're in Hebrews, and we're going to be looking at chapter 12 today. So give me a heads up, a go. We're ready? We're going. We're rolling? Okay, we're rolling every place. All right. One of the things I did want to, this is kind of inconvenient, I know, for class where we have cameras set up and all that kind of thing, but if you were ever, talk with Vince today. By the way, Fausto, you're not there, but we wish we were seeing you, brother. We'll be praying for you. And Betty, we can't wait for you to be back, all right? Betty Lance is going to be coming home from the hospital, and so we're praying for her recovery as well. Here's the point. I talked with Vince, and he says, well, he's not a computer expert, so he doesn't really even know how to work YouTube. So if you know how to press youtube.com, then you go to YouTube, and this is the screen that you have. And there is a search capacity there, right there in the box. All right, this is really highfalutin, I know. It's going to be tough. You want to take notes? All right, and so what you do is you do this for BGSS. That's Barnabas Group Sunday School. And then a hyphen without a space. If you just do BGSS, you come up with some gay site. You get a bunch of, gay videos. So don't do BGSS with nothing. You got to put the date of the Sunday that you want to watch. All right? So, for instance, this Sunday, hopefully, Lord willing, if it all works, if you do BGSS without a space, the hyphen, and then August 8th, there is a space between the 8 and the, just like you would do a normal date, comma, 2010, you'll be able to watch today's lesson on YouTube, all right? Lord willing. Because last week I put last week's lesson on there. I put BGSS hyphen August 1st, 2010. And when you do that in and then you enter in the search capability, you get the lesson here in Barnabas Group. Now, my camera only does 10-minute segments. We're hoping that we can do 15-minute segments on these other cameras that are here. We'll find out how that works. But if you ever wanted to just, let's say you missed and you want to watch, that's great. Or you had a favorite part. That's hard to believe. But, look at this. When I did this a couple of days ago, there were 23 views already. I mean, we're going viral here in Barnabas Group. All right. Anyway, hey, I want to talk a little bit just about Home and Jenny. All right. You're back from Africa, and so we're gonna pick up the pace, talk about Home and Jenny just a little bit. Home and Jenny. Oh, they sent a card. Let me pass this around. Here, you can just take a look at that. And let me take it out. There's a couple pictures. Don't let the pictures fall out. But they sent cards. They sent cards to pretty much everybody here. And, if people who contributed cash, they sent this card, which is kind of general to the group. And it says this. It says, Dear Barnabas Group, we are so glad to send you greetings from India. Through your prayers and love, we are joyfully serving the Lord here in this part of India. Thank you for being the backbone of our ministries. May God bless you and give you the greatest joy in serving Him. Sending you all our family picture. It's in the thing here. I'll show you in a second. Hope you like it. Please continue to uphold us in your prayers as we do the same for you always. Love and blessings, Home and Jenny. And she says Lois, Abigail, Andrew, Samuel, and Barnabas. Remember, they named their last child after our group, Barnabas. And so I thought that was cool. And then she does a P.S. This card is made by Abigail, the Adivase girls during our craft training, because they're training these people in doing things like this. All right, this is so cool. I'm going to this will be our first installment of Barnabas Group craft training today. I'm going to show you what I mean. All right, but this is their family. This is this Lois? Yeah, that's Lois. Lois, Abigail, Andrew, Samuel, and there's little Barnabas, and there's Home, and there's Jenny. I've known these folks for such a long time, since 1997 actually. And I met Jenny before she was married to Home, so we've been friends for that long. She saw this last week. She saw this on the video last week, and she wrote me a letter from India this past week, and it says this: She says, "Dear Dennis," she says, "I am so blessed to watch your message on YouTube. I really like the t-shirt message. Jesus is coming soon, be holy. I am preparing to teach our women group every alternate Saturdays, and I chose the topic on holiness, and your message gives me a lot of insight. Thank you for sharing them, and don't sue me if I use some of your lines. Ha ha. Regarding your ministry of raising more finance for Ray Ministry, I told them, hey, what's going on? What do you need? We want to bring the need of a sound system again. Listen, I know, Michael, they had a situation occur, and the Dixes supplied a hefty amount for that sound system. I know this happens. You send the money out, but here's what happened. They had a flood, and they had to erect a fence. The earlier fund for that purpose was used to fence the river as it was too urgent. We are so handicapped without a sound system during this football tournament and in the camps, and also the need for funds to organize more camps after the tournament as follow-up work. The cost of the camp is estimated about $1,500 a camp. Then she says this, we send some thank you cards to the Barnabas Group and the individual donors through One America Coming to Siliguri. He said they are posted already, and so I hope it'll reach you soon. We want to acknowledge your partnership and how much your support means to us. Thank you, Dennis, for being a channel of blessing. And then she says this. Can you believe this? I'm after you, Jenny. I am after you. She says this. P.S. I'm so sorry to see your belly on YouTube. Next time, if possible, tell Roxanne to video your face. I will be happy to see you clearly. And forget the belly. Isn't that sweet? It's so nice when you know people so well that they are just willing to bring things out like this. I love this. So this one's for you, Jenny. This is for you, Jenny. Here you are. Here, I was going to wear that, but anyway. I want to say also, if they watch this, and I'm not sure that they will, but I want to give a special thanks to the Lanier family of Santa Maria. As you know, I go and I visit people and I do their estate planning. But I met this family, 8 children in this family. They're a Messianic Jewish family, and I got to tell you, I was just I was challenged. I was encouraged. I love meeting these people. I got to meet them again on next week. But they told me about a website called DrDino.com. Dr. Kent Hovind is the name of this guy. I want to read you something from their website. Have you ever heard of a Rube Goldberg machine? Yeah. You know, it's one of these things where it does all kinds of different things. Well, let me show you something interesting about our creation, all right? He writes about this. He calls them the Rube Goldberg flukes. Genesis 13:17, it says, "Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life." Listen to this. This is about the lancet fluke, all right? The lancet fluke. Now, it's a parasite, so they're part of the curse, actually. But the lancet fluke is a parasite that accomplishes its life cycle in a most complicated Rube Goldberg manner. Mature lancet flukes live in cows and other grazing animals. Their eggs are spread in the manure left by the animal. Snails, which naturally eat the manure, eat the eggs. Once it's in the small intestines of the snail, the eggs hatch. The flukes make their way to the outside of the snail. Meanwhile, the irritated snail tries to get rid of the flukes by imprisoning them in balls of slime, which it leaves behind in the grass. A foraging ant is likely to find the ball of slime with the flukes in it, filled with hundreds of flukes. When the ant eats it, the flukes leave the ant's intestinal tract, finally settling as a cluster of nerves